What you're about to hear was never intended for the public. Floyd Mayweather Jr. reportedly had a hidden cache uncovered by federal authorities. And the story goes far beyond luxury cars, stacks of cash, or public image. It's the kind of situation that can unfold when displaying wealth becomes a defining persona, until financial records begin to surface. Let's take a closer look. When reports first circulated claiming that federal agents had seized Mayweather's extravagant car collection, valued at more than $30 million, the internet immediately erupted. Vehicles from brands like Bugatti, Koenigsegg, and several color-match models from Rolls-Royce were all reportedly involved. But what many people overlooked was that the garage seizure was said to be only the first phase of a much larger situation.
Sharing details of the seizure of more than 80 vehicles illegally headed to Venezuela.
In 2009 Ferrari 458 Italia worth $280,000.
What up, Daddy? What have you doing for you?
During the same probe, investigators uncovered something completely unexpected: another concealed cache. Hidden behind a disguised wall inside his Las Vegas mansion was a secure vault. Not the well-known Beverly Hills property, but a quieter estate sitting on the edge of the desert. The discovery felt like something straight out of a crime film. What they found inside wasn't the type of collection anyone would casually show online. There were luxury designer goods that had never been declared, several sealed containers labeled as medical supplies, and even more surprising, multiple forged passports issued from places like Belize, Malta, and Lebanon. Possessing documents like that raises one obvious question: why would someone need them unless they were preparing for a fast getaway if problems appeared? And the story doesn't stop there. According to leaked federal records that were never intended to reach the public, the vault wasn't the only hidden reserve. Authorities believe it was just one part of a larger, unreported setup. Investigators also identified a second cache connected to Floyd, reportedly stored inside an industrial storage facility located in North Las Vegas.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it. We're gonna get through this.
Wow, he's another funny black guy. I'm okay.
He's another funny
I'm really trustworthy. Ain't I?
Very trustworthy.
I'm from Kansas City. I'm from
Okay.
What's up, G? What's good with it?
Investigators even assigned it a nickname, the Savage Storage Room. That label appeared directly in the case files, inspired by how disorganized and extreme the contents were. According to their records, the inventory included more than 75 high-end watches that had never been officially documented. Alongside them was a staggering $5.2 million in cash, with portions of the money reportedly crammed into ordinary trash bags.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. You know, money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
In addition, lab analysts discovered a small collection of what they identified as performance-enhancing drugs, not classic steroids, but newer variations still being researched. One large shelf contained unauthorized prescription bottles, all with their labels scratched away. Now, we're not making any accusations here, but when a retired fighter is hiding bags of stimulants, unregulated medication, and fake passports, the story starts to feel off. What truly stood out to authorities wasn't simply the hidden items themselves, it was a method of concealment. The storage locker was leased through a shell company, FM Generational Wealth LLC, a name that turns out to be completely unregistered.
We call this breakfast. Everybody like breakfast. No, everybody don't like breakfast. Some people like brunch, some people like lunch, some people like dinner. I like it all. And you already know what my name is. We're gonna leave it at that.
But here's where it gets even more bizarre. Security cameras recorded Floyd Mayweather showing up at the storage facility after dark on several occasions during the last 12 months. He had his hood pulled up, arrived without any crew, and drove himself, keeping a very low profile. This raises a serious question. Why would someone who constantly shows off suddenly operate in the shadows? Sources close to the investigation say the reason is that federal prosecutors had already flagged Mayweather for questionable bank movements involving fake businesses in Panama and the UAE.
Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather was jumped in the street as he went jewellery shopping in central London after doubling down on his support for Israel in a furious conflict.
Look, we're not accusing anyone of laundering money, but the IRS is definitely looking into it. So let's connect the dots. If you've been paying attention, you already know Mayweather was already under investigation for a suspicious real estate transaction in Manhattan. He supposedly bought 62 rent-controlled buildings, yet not a single one officially changed ownership. Months ago, he announced a huge $42 million deal involving this property group. He posted about it everywhere, mentioned big-name developers by name, and even shared doctored contracts on social media, fully embracing the role of a wealthy tycoon.
Into my lifestyle, showing people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
But here's the reality. Zero properties ever changed ownership. The whole thing was an illusion. The alleged seller never signed off on anything, and the company Floyd claimed handled the acquisitions has no record in any official business database. Now here's where it gets interesting. Investigators with the city's Financial Crimes Division suspect this could be tied to a larger international scheme to manipulate assets. In other words, Mayweather might have fabricated the real estate deal to pump up his personal wealth, appear legitimate to overseas investors, and cover up mounting financial troubles. He was showcasing buildings that didn't exist, and once that deception fell apart, federal agents intensified their investigation, ultimately leading them to the secret storage unit.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
When officials attempted to evaluate Mayweather's finances in order to collect on outstanding debts, he submitted a partial disclosure, leaving out both the hidden vault and the storage locker completely. He claimed he was cooperating fully. The issue here is that falsifying information on government documents is a criminal offense. At this point, authorities are reviewing multiple possible charges, hiding financial assets, interfering with an active probe, and most seriously, working with others to deceive both lenders and investors. Here's what you need to understand about Floyd Mayweather.
This is their watch, man. I gotta ask, man.
Oh, that one?
Huh?
Oh, that's 18 million.
18 million?
18 million?
Oh, yeah, that one.
How much was the goddamn necklace?
Just 5 million.
He said just 5 million. Just 5 million. That ain't about
That nigga woke up and put 23 million on his arm and his neck for no reason at all.
Building a lasting reputation never seemed to be the priority. The mindset was straightforward. Once you have enough wealth, nothing else matters. But now that the financial foundation is being revealed as fraudulent, the entire Money Mayweather persona is starting to crumble. When your entire identity is built solely on wealth, it only takes federal agents reviewing the paperwork to make everything collapse.
How does that guy not pay taxes? How does the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen, he apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like he didn't know what he couldn't read like
that's BS.
Something.
That is BS.
They said something
Time
like
out.
that.
He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think so?
How long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds?
Listen,
you know that's happening.
You'd certainly think so. By the way, they announced, I'll get your calls in a second, they did announce the pricing for Mayweather-McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So there you go. So it's exactly what the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight was. $100 pay-per-view.
And it's worth remembering that Floyd's fortune wasn't always as accessible as it appeared. Yes, he owned luxury cars, massive homes, and watches valued higher than what many people spend on an entire college education. But when it came to real cash on hand, the situation didn't always match the flashy image. The numbers behind the scenes often raise questions about how much liquidity he actually had. Think back to the time when Logan Paul
fight Floyd or something.
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose? What happened to him?
No, he didn't pay
him at all.
He didn't pay me. I think I won that fight. I think I won. He didn't knock out a YouTuber in 8 rounds.
Floyd's my homie. He's a cool dude.
Fucking tell him to pay me, bro.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Logan reportedly had to involve lawyers just to recover a few $1 million that Floyd allegedly owed. Money that may have already been spent on luxury purchases like matching Rolls Royces.
Money team has no money.
Alright. Money team has no money.
The money team.
Hard work,
dedication, no pay.
The shop plug in this ratio.
Hard work,
The 5 to 6 percent.
hard work, dedication, no pay. Literally slavery. Dedication, no pay. No pay. Hard work, dedication, no pay. Hey, police. No, this for real. No. Hey. No pay.
And then there was a situation at Floyd's boxing gym in Las Vegas. Staff members reportedly protested outside the facility, holding signs and demanding their wages after claiming they had gone weeks without receiving their paychecks.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's honestly bullshit. Like having people who aren't a professional promotional company control where the money goes is like, we made that mistake. But, you know, it's Floyd Mayweather, so before we fought him, we kind of were willing to do whatever, and now after the fact, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Because he's a scumbag. But now that we know that, and everyone else who fights Floyd should know that, like, don't let him control the money.
Would you ever fight him again under any circumstances?
No, he wanted to. He reached out, and
yeah.
But like,
no?
Yeah.
What about double or nothing?
Yeah. Double or nothing. Yeah, I already got nothing, bro. So.
Can we get a Sorry, girl.
It was fun, though?
Cool. Yeah, of course.
So you're going to change the way you do business when it comes to boxing now, man?
Yeah. Me and my brother.
Thank you.
Sure, of course, yeah. I gotta go, y'all, but.
And perhaps the most unbelievable part, during all of that, Floyd Mayweather was sharing photos online of himself wearing silk pajamas, posing with piles of cash as if everything was perfectly fine. But the reality behind the scenes told a different story. And that's not even touching on the whole crypto situation. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
So,
Floyd fully embraced the crypto trend, promoting lesser-known tokens, building hype around projects many people later questioned, and then stepping away while investors were left dealing with the losses. One of the projects he endorsed, Ethereum Max, eventually even became tied to a lawsuit.
At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra cards. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything that's going on, really. So like we
all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read,
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
he took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. And you send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it. And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right. And then you just basically give him his script and he just does it.
And when investors ended up losing thousands, Floyd's response was basically, that's not my problem. So really, the red flags were obvious from the start.